Hi there, it's Brett here again, and welcome back to the augmented7th.com. Okay, so we're going to now look at the continuation of part 2 of our alternate picking. This is getting towards more intermediate type exercises which are good for building dexterity and strength and coordination and all those types of things. You'll recall in the earlier part of this, the earlier section of this second part, we looked at combinations of 3 fingers at once. So we looked at the first, second and third, the second, third and fourth, the first, second and fourth, the first, third and fourth, and combinations of those juxtaposed against each other. So what we're going to now look at is taking those types of basic patterns and increasing the coordination required by ascending and descending, ascending and descending. So the way that we would do that, for example with the first 3 fingers, is to take the first 3 frets of the top E string and we would play down, up, down. We would then ascend up to the 4th fret with the 3rd finger and play up, down, up, but in reverse. So we've got this movement of moving up 3, then up 1, back 3, then up 1, 3, back 1, 3, and we get this type of motion. Without the mistake, hopefully. So then once we get to a predetermined note that we want to stop on, we just do the same in reverse. And get back to where we began. The same will apply for the second group of 3 fingers. So and so on. And then we can make combinations where we alternate between the first 3 fingers and the last 3 fingers, so that we've got something along the lines of down, up, down. Now there's no position shift required because we're starting with the 4th finger, so up, down, up, then a 2 fret movement, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, so these are really building on the technique required to alternate pick and keeping that picking hand steady while having all these different combinations happening with the fingers. And it's a bit like rubbing your belly and patting your head at the same time. You know, you'll find that you may find that you want to break away from this strict up down motion in the right hand because of what your left hand is doing. So just stick at it, do it nice and slowly. So in this case what we've got is something along the lines of and so on. And then again, once we get up to the end of the neck, we do the same in reverse. We then have combinations with first, second and 4th fingers. So I'll do that again. All the way up and then back again. Same with the first, 3rd and 4th. Up and back, and then alternating between the 1st, 2nd and 4th and then the 1st, 3rd and 4th, so that we've got something like 1, 2, 4, 5, 4, 2. Up and back. Again, I want to stress that it's not the pace that is the most important thing. You'll eventually get speed as a matter of course. These types of exercises can take months and years to really protect and really build up and get to a very good strong point of playing very quickly. So for the moment we just want to get the actual movement right and the motion and the technique, and the speed will eventually come in time. There's no need to worry about that to start with. Just get that tempo nice and even without being all jumpy. And again, like I say, if you need a metronome you can use that. Okay, so we can apply these types of exercises to multiple strings. I mean, not only do we do this on the top string, but we should do it on all other individual strings too, to really build up our working of the whole neck of the guitar. But I won't go into those details here because it becomes a little bit superfluous. You can adapt them as you need. What I will look at now is actually going back to crossing the strings, but this time we're obviously looking at 3 notes per string. So this is where we get into a position of, on the bottom E string we're playing down, up, down, and then on the 5th string we're playing up, down, up, and then on the 4th string we're playing down, up, down, on the 3rd string up, down, up, and so on. So the best way to start is just to take your first 3 fingers, assign them each to a fret, and we'll take the first 3 frets. Starting on the bottom E string, the 6th string, we've got down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay, now it's not as easy as it sounds for a lot of people, although you may not struggle with it, but certainly just go nice and slowly. Down, up, 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 down, up. Then go up to the next fret and do the same coming back. And again, what's happening is we're getting this movement with our fingers, yet the picking is just a constant down, up, down, even as it crosses the strings. And that's the technique that we really want to nail. Okay, so again, use all different finger combinations that you can think of. Do the last 3 fingers, do the 1st, 2nd and 4th, do the 1st, 3rd and 4th, do the 1st, 2nd and 4th, and then the 1st, 3rd and 4th. That's a coordination exercise in itself because we're alternating the pattern each string while keeping that picking motion happening. Okay, so keep going with those types of exercises and any others that you can think of that maybe you think I've omitted, and please let me know if you come up with some that you think are really useful. The next section that we're going to look at is more advanced ways of playing alternate picking patterns, and they're going to rely on the ability to have that actual technique nailed nice and well, so that we can go on to more intricate types of patterns, doing different types of string crosses, different combinations of strings alternating between patterns, and so on and so forth. So keep going with it. I look forward to seeing you again soon.